Hello. Recently, a new member acquired a DT2 Enduro bike, 1972 model, in, shall we say, a disassembled state. At least the switch that he received was in pieces, and he's asked us how to put this switch back together. I'd never had one of these apart before, but I had a new one, or several new ones, and I thought I'd take it apart and see if I could answer his question. This switch has a prefix part number 233, which means it came out in 1969 for the DT1 model, the 250 Enduro, but it was used at least through 73, 69 through 73, and perhaps longer. I haven't looked it up to see, but it was used on a lot of different models. The Enduros for sure, the street legal Enduros, but they use versions of this switch on the street bikes as well. Well, let's get started. They say a video or a picture is worth 1,000 words, so I figured a video is worth 10,000 words. I'd much rather take a video to show what's going on than try to type out the text and explain it. So I'll probably break this into several parts, this video, as when we get further into the process, it's gonna take 2 or 3 hands. I'm gonna try to do it with 2, but it's quite involved towards the end. Anyway, there is about a 3-inch screw that I don't have pictured here, and it has a brass sleeve on it. And that screw, when the switch is all complete and put together and you want to attach it to the bike, that long screw will go down through the front brake perch, then through the lever, and then this switch will go on last underneath, and that'll hold it in place. So this is a front brake switch. So if you line up your parts like this to start with, Jeff, then we'll get started. I'll break for the part 2. Okay, part 2. This unit here is going to go together first. This first I'll explain how this works. This brass sleeve on here doesn't go all the way around, but it's going to make an electrical connection when it's between these 2 copper tabs. So this switch connects to the front brake lever by this arm that hangs out here. It goes over a nub on the lever, and so when you pull the lever, that moves this switch right and left, and at some point the connection is going to be broken here when you turn the lever far enough. So you pull the brake a certain amount, it rotates, and one of these copper tabs is going to be riding on the plastic, and the other one will still be on the other tab. Well, that'll break the circuit, but at certain positions, I believe, well, I'm not even going to try to figure out exactly what position, but at some point you're gonna have current, a complete circuit, because both of these copper tabs are going to be touching this brass, so the electricity can go on by. But that's how the brake switch works. It breaks the circuit and open close as you pull the lever. All right, so this thing goes together first, and it just goes in and presses over that center section there. And it snaps in place, and it won't come apart very easy. I had to work at it just to get this thing, figure out how to get it apart. But there you can see this thing moves right and left for the brake lever when the brake lever moves. And then this sleeve is just for wear, to keep the switch from wearing when the long bolt goes down through it. It won't be rubbing on that long bolt. So there's that part. I'll break there and we'll go to part 3. Okay, this is video 3. My first attempt at video 3 was too long, so I'm redoing it. I'll be moving faster, so here we go. That brass is going to go between these 2 copper tabs, but first we got to put this square block in there between the 2 tabs. And then these screws will eventually go first through this block, then through the copper, and screw into the end of this square block. So I'll put the block in there, push this together, make sure I got this lined up on the right side. That would be wrong, so those 2 copper tabs pushed in there pretty well. If you have trouble getting it in there, probably that block is holding up and catching, and you have to line it up a little bit. Okay, we'll put the screw in. I'll tighten it down in a minute. Do the other side. So before I tightened it down, I wanted to show you these copper tabs. They slide in and out. The hole is elongated, so you can move that copper in and out a little bit before you tighten it down. Well, that helps you adjust the brake switch to wherever you need it to be working. So if your switch doesn't work, it probably means you need to make an adjustment by pulling the copper out further or pushing it in. I'm going to push this one in a little bit before I tighten it. The other side. You can adjust it with either a multimeter on the ends here and playing with it, or wait till it's on the bike and then adjust it to where it works well. I can feel it working, so It went together nice. I hope you find this video helpful. Here at Legends, we make sure we give out correct, accurate information about these bikes, and try to help go the extra mile to try to help the enthusiast enduro owner with whatever problems they may have or any questions they may have. Thanks for watching. Bye.